Hello, my snows! So yesterday I had a doctor's appointment, which was also a busy day. We had so much to do before we had to go to the doctor's at 3 o'clock. So I woke up at 11 o'clock because I wanted to finish editing my video, and then my mom wanted to go get some food from the food bank. So we went, got food, and then we had to meet this lady that is helping her get a house and all this other stuff like that I mentioned in a video a couple of times. We went to meet her because she was gonna give my mom. She did give my mom food and some other stuff that my mom asked her to get because she wanted to help my mom, and so she helped my mom and she got mom what she needed. So we went and did that, and then we went and paid a bill because I had to have it paid today, so I did that. And then after that we went down to the city for my 6 months checkup, which I have every 6 months because it's for my disability. They check up on me to see how I am doing, and everything's the same, of course. Nothing's changed. It hasn't changed for 4 to 5 years now. So everything's pretty much the same. He just wants me to work on a couple of things. One is to get my heart rate up. I don't know why he said that. He didn't check my heart or anything like that, but he's like, I want you for 20 minutes a day, do some type of exercise to make your heart race or whatever. Well, alright, I'm like, okay. And of course, after he said that, something popped in my head. Sometimes when I am relaxing or laying down, my heart does this weird, fluttery, I don't really know how to explain it. It does a weird palpitation thing. And he says that's normal. Sometimes it sometimes happens with people. And he gave it a weird name, and I can't even pronounce it or say it, and I wish I knew how to say it, but I can't. And I'm like, what is that? And he's all like, oh, it happens sometimes. You'll be sitting there, you're resting or you're laying down, and your heart just suddenly, the bottom of your heart just suddenly is all like, oh, we're gonna do this weird thing right now, and it does it, and then you're like, what's that? And I'm like, so, and it happens with me, I'll be relaxing or laying down, and all of a sudden it'll happen, and I'm like, and I thought my heart was skipping a beat or something like that, but it's not. But he said if it happens again but it does not stop, it's a problem, and I need to contact him or my primary doctor. He's not my primary doctor. He's not my family doctor. I see a family doctor and I see him for my disability, and so I have 2 doctors instead of 1. Some people have 2 doctors, some people have 1, and I'm that person who has 2 doctors instead of 1. I have a family doctor, and then I have him, which his name is Dr. Kenter, and he is amazing. I didn't have him at first. I had this one lady, I can't even remember her name, sadly, but she was a really good doctor, and I'm sad that I forgot her name already. But I had her, and she ended up moving away because she got a really good job offer, and she took it, and she ran with it. And I was sad to have her go, but I like Dr. Kenter. He is awesome. He is a great guy. When I first got him, he was young, fresh out of college, I think. And I was a little nervous because he's fresh out of college, but he was funny. He's a really good guy, and he's married and he has a child, and he was when I remember when he first became a dad, he was so nervous. We sit down and we actually talk about our lives, and that's how close we are. We're not that close, but we're close enough where we can talk about each other's families and stuff like that. And I remember when he was so scared when his wife was pregnant. He was like, oh my god, I'm so nervous to be a father, but I'm so excited to be a father, and he was just a whole bunch of bundle of nerves. But he was a really good doctor. But anyways, so I went there where we talked about some stuff that I need to work on. One thing I've been working on for years, and I'm still working on it. I can't use the bathroom properly. I have bowel problems, like I get really blocked up a lot, and my stomach, well, like on some days it gets really bad, where I have really bad stomach aches. I have told you guys about this, where I was sick one day. That was the day that I was having major bowel pain, like stomach pain. It was because I was blocked up because I can't poop properly. And when I get like that, I get really bad stomach aches. Sometimes I get so sick that I cannot function properly. So that day that I created that video where I was playing the kitty game, I was having a hard time playing that game, but I managed to push through and get through the game. But like, so it gets so bad that it paralyzes me, the pain does, and that's how bad it is. And sometimes I'll get super sick, like I'll start vomiting, and I'll have diarrhea. It gets bad. And one time, it got so bad, actually this happened not once, but 2 times, I think. Yeah, it happened 2 times. I got so sick that I passed out. Like, I remember sitting in the bathroom on the toilet, and I was sweating profusely. I got really, really hot. I felt like I was burning from the inside out. It was so bad. And I was sitting there splashing water on myself, and then I passed out. I don't even remember what happened after that. I just remember splashing water on myself, and then I passed out. And I woke up hearing like water running, and I'm like, why is the water running? And then I'm like, oh, and then I remembered I was splashing water on myself, and of course I had my hand in the sink and the water was hitting my hand, so that's what woke me up faster. And so I was freaking out, but the first time it happened, it freaked me out the most. And the first time it happened was when I was at my best friend's house. I remember I was sick really badly, and I told her, I'm like, Becca, I'm not feeling well, do you want to go home? But I really didn't want to go home. I wanted to spend, because I was spending the whole summer with her, and I was like, yay, I get to spend the whole summer with her. And I was so happy, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go home. So I stayed, and I just proceeded to get sicker, and I was in the bathroom, going, you know, having the runs, and I was sitting there, and I got really, really hot, and then all of a sudden I passed out. And I woke up to my best friend knocking on the door and saying, Alicia, are you okay? And I woke up and I was like kind of out of it, and I had to have her coming to the bathroom to help me up and back on the toilet because I fell off the toilet. I hit my head on the sink, fell onto the floor, and she helped me up on the toilet, and she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And she's like, alright, so she went back into the bedroom, and I finished up doing whatever in the bathroom, and then I got up and I went out there, and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And she's like, Alicia, that was scary, you should go home. And so my mom, she came and got me, and I went home. But, like, it happened, the second time it happened, I was here at my house, and I passed out, and luckily, I knew the signs that I was going to pass out. When I'm about to pass out, I get really, really hot, and my ears start to ring, and when I know that, I lay my head down, so when I do black out, I won't hit my head on the sink. Those aren't good signs. I know that. And it's very scary, especially when I'm here all by myself and it happens. It's terrifying. Anyway, so I'm still working on that. I've been working on it for years. It's probably going to be a battle for the rest of my life. I also found out that because I have these kind of bowel problems, when I decide I want to have children, that can play a big part in me not having any kids. Because I also get a lot of bladder infections because I get a lot of bladder infections. I don't know how, but like if I hold my bathroom for too long, it can also get like bladder infections and stuff like that. So I make sure when I have to go potty, I go straight to the bathroom. But I get like a lot of bladder infections, and having a bladder infection and having stool problems, that can send an infection throughout your body, and when you're pregnant, it can affect the fetus and kill it. So, you know, if I decide to have a kid, I have to worry about my bowels, make sure I poop every single day, make sure I don't have any bladder infections while I'm pregnant. Like, when you're pregnant, you have to make sure you don't have a bladder infection. And I don't know, like, so, I don't know, like, I have to wait and see what the future brings, but like, if I get pregnant, it might, like, kill the baby, or so like that, so I might have a hard time getting pregnant, or I might get pregnant and have carriage. I would miscarry if any of this stuff affects the baby and stuff like that. So, like, I have so much to worry about, and it's all with my body, and it's like, so I've been working on that for years, since this happened to me. I've been working on getting that, you know, but it's not easy, it really isn't. It's been a fight. And I have to work on, of course, my heart. Like I said, I have to do some kind of workout for 20 minutes to get my heart rate to go up. I think he's worried about my heart because I do sit a lot. Because I sit and I do YouTube, or I'm sitting and watching YouTube, or I'm pretty much sitting a lot, and because I'm lazy. But even though I don't sit that much, but I do sit a lot, I do have to say. But I do, like, go out and walk around. Like, if I don't use I have a wheelchair. I don't use it. I use it, like, once in a while. But, like, if we go out somewhere, I'm always walking. I walk everywhere. And if I do walk, if it's long, I either take my wheelchair or I take my walker. I have a walker. But I use the walker more than my wheelchair, because my wheelchair, you're sitting the whole entire time. But I can get up and push the wheelchair. But I'm like, no, I'd rather have my walker, which my walker has a seat. So I use my walker. Anyways, my snow owls, I'll see all you snow owls tomorrow. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up tomorrow. Good